And we have been doing this event annually, and we have been inviting very reputed and top class executives to come and share their experience with our students. And the students are also having an opportunity to interact informally to the guest invited on this occasion. So this is the most important advantage we have tailored with this objective. And next, we have two objectives in mind when we thought out creating such innovative program here. Usually the management students expects two things. One, enhancing knowledge on the given discipline. Second one is, of course, their ultimate aim to gain placements, campus placements. Okay, so taking all these two objectives in mind, we developed this Globis, and we provide an opportunity to our students to enhance their skills as well as to get good placements at the end. And one more thing, and in Globis, usually we conducted as a closed door interaction or interactive program in the beginning. Later on, to enhance the event management skills in the minds of management students, we have we changed the programs into twofold. The first day is meant for closed door interaction between industry experts and students. The second day, we are inviting students from various affiliated institutions and conducting various management programs, and we are allowing our own students to convene that in their own leadership qualities. So this is another wing of this Globis, and we have been nurturing our students very nicely, and the students are also enthusiastically participate and conduct these events for the people's interest, for the affiliated college students. And today's Globis also having such an excellent twofold programs. Immediately after this inaugural program, we are going to have a panel discussion. So on three major areas, one is in finance, another one is in marketing, and the third session is on HR. And we have presented all the informations and the name of the guests and from where they are coming. All these things we have furnished in the invitation. I don't want to take much of your time. So it has been already circulated to all the dignitaries as well as to the faculty members in the campus. And before I conclude the scope of this event, I would like to tell you the essential feature of this Globis. Usually we invite top class executives from various reputed institutions as usual. But in addition to that, we have two important features. One is, since its inception of this Globis, we have been having RBI guests. Even till today, Mr. Kesavan is here as a Chief General Manager, RBI Chennai. And in every Globis, we have two top-class executives from RBI. Thanks to my colleague, Professor Amaresh Samantaraya, the former executive in RBI and presently teaching in the Department of Economics. Thank you, sir. On this occasion, thank you. Because of you, it happened. So every time. And the second feature is, we are always having people from the foreign embassies. Even till today, from its inception, we have been receiving people from the embassies of France, Germany, Japan, and etc. and other countries too. Then today also we have Mr. Samson from Embassy of France, Chennai. So these two features are these two important aspects we have been taking it as a pride, and we have been doing, even in future we will do the same. I can assure you that. So with this few words, once again, on behalf of the department and faculty members and head of the department and students, I welcome you all for this wonderful occasion of convening this Globis. Thank you one and all present here.
Thank you, sir, for acknowledging us with the scope of Globis. Being soft and strong is a combination very few have mastered. With this note, I would like to introduce Dr. G. Anjaneya Swami, Dean, School of Management. He is a veteran in the management, education and entrepreneurship with 32 years of experience in teaching, training, research, publication, road development program conception and organization level advisory services to corporate, state, national and international organizations. A committed and team-inspiring administrator in the higher education field, Dr. G. Anjaneya Swami has keen interest in the entrepreneurship development. I would like to invite our beloved Dean to address the gathering.
Chief guest of the event, Globis 2017, my very dear Sambaswarao from Visakhapatnam, Mr. Sampson, Consul General of France, Puducherry, Mr. Keshavan, Chief General Manager, Reserve Bank of India, Chennai, Head of the Department, Professor Bhushan Sudhakar, former Head of the Department, Professor Sridharan, and Student Coordinator Deepika, and my another Dean from across the campus, Dean School of Humanities, Professor Nalini Thambi, and one of my very old friends on the campus who joined this university almost all along with me, Professor Ananda Vadivelu, Head of the Department of Tourism Studies, Professor Venkatrao, and my another friend, Professor Amaresh Samantaraya from Department of Economics, and Professor Sudalai Muthu, Chief Warden of University Hostels, and faculty from the Directorate of Distance Education, and other young colleagues of the Department of International Business. I am the happiest man today for the simple reason that I consider it as a rare privilege and a rare coincidence where the teacher shares the dais with his own student, Mr. Sambaswarao. It is a rare coincidence and it is a privilege. And a student who was with us 35 years ago during my initial years of service, a humble student, but a very focused one that too, had left his native district and reached Visakhapatnam. And in these 35 years, he has made it so big. And someone has mentioned that I have put in 32 years. I wonder who has picked up this 32 magic figure. In fact, I have put in, this is my 39th year of service. This is my 39th year of service. So, Professor Sambaswarao, in addition to what he is today, also he is President of All India Shipping Services Agents Association. Yesterday I had a long chat with him, and since I am so much interested in entrepreneurship and how people make it so big in their life and what exactly contributes for the success. I was so curious, and I was almost all quizzing him, and took him back to 30 years or so, ever since he reached Vizag. And as he was explaining his business model and what he does, or his unit does, I recalled the subject I taught about 20 plus years ago in the present DMS. I taught for 4 to 5 years international marketing, bar export trade. And almost all the things that I taught at that time, I was recalling those things because that is what they do in their service, end-to-end logistics and supply chain management solutions. And his company is the #1 company in Vizag, and he provides employment to about 1,000 people, direct employment and indirect employment to so many, a couple of thousands. I didn't know so much about Sambashivarao because long back, 35 years ago, right, he was my student. And I have been hearing about him, but I would have met him some 3 or 4 times in the last 35 years, the latest being some 4 years ago when he attended a conference here in Hotel Sunway, conference, all India level conference of those shipping services agents. Then very interestingly, when Dr. Bhushan Sudhakar sought my advice as to who would be the best one to invite as the chief guest for this particular event, instantly I thought about Mr. Sambashivarao, and for the reason that he has been in the thick of international business, and it would be a great opportunity for the students to hear from the horse's mouth what exactly they do, how they channelize the movement of cargo. Finally, right, as students of international business, apart from the conceptual aspects or theoretical aspects of so many things, there is a need for you to clearly understand the operational aspects, how all these processes are initiated, how a particular product, right, produced in a particular corner of the country is exported, and the route, how it reaches the port, and from there the formalities to be fulfilled, and how it reaches the ultimate customer abroad. And so also in the same way, how, right, the goods that are imported by our producers and companies reach eventually the customers. This is the whole process, both ways. And he is in the thick of that. And then when my advice was sought, I thought he would be the most appropriate gentleman who would share his views on the whole thing. And he is also Board of Studies member of Andhra University Management Department, and he delivers lectures on entrepreneurship in many of the universities there in and around colleges, engineering colleges, and so. That is how it all happened. Now I have fully justified my statement that I am the happiest man today. Then this department, international business, one of the good things of this particular school, School of Management, is all these annual events are excellently standardized. DMS organizes every year synapse without fail, and tourism department, what is that, Akanksha, Siri. I was the architect of that. I coined the term Akanksha. Suddenly it slipped, Akanksha. And Globe is this department, and Banking Technology Department, Bank West. Right. These are all the standardized events. They have their own formats. And each one is a big academic gala. Okay. And the students in each of these events are exposed to, at one go, to 10 to 20 lectures from distinguished people representing various sectors of the economy and who have made a mark in their own careers and organizations. This is the single largest benefit that accrues to the students from these events, and year after year we are taking these events to the next level. And so also this year I have found, when yesterday I got a picture in my WhatsApp about the decoration of the whole building, right, it almost all looked like a big festival like. So every year something or the other is added very beautifully to these things, both the academics as well as the aesthetics part of the event. And I'm happy to felicitate the department, and this is again a very strong department, and it's a very young department in terms of the age of the faculty. And since all of them are so young, you would obviously find the required vibration, right, in organizing the events. And that is absolutely reflected in organizing these events, right? Events like this is, of course, an annual event. Apart from this, the department also from time to time organizes seminars, symposia, workshops, so on and so forth. So I congratulate and compliment the head of the department, Dr. Bhushan Sudhakar, and the senior professor, the main architect of this a few years ago, Dr. Sridharan, and other young faculty of the department, Srinivasalu, Bhanumati Madam, Rajesh, Arul, and other guest faculty, students, young boys and girls. So my appeal to the young boys and girls here, the students of this department, you look at Mr. Sambasivarao, like you, right, immediately after completing his master's, when they worked for a couple of years and then thought, he called it a day and started his own unit in a humble way, and the organization has grown, and you would listen to him, how he has grown. And there are a few booklets also I have brought, he has given to me, which I will hand them over to the School of Management Library. Later you can see, right, the title, the book title itself is Game Changers. He is one of the game changers in Vizag, right? About him, so much is written, and a couple of pages in that book. So, right, when you hear people like Sambasivarao, right, you also, I assume that somewhere someone, right, gets tickled, right, something you, and go back with that, and whenever you find is the right time, right, you strike on your own. Of course, in his case, he happened to be in Vizag, he happened to go to Vizag at a very right time when things began to happen in Vizag. Now Vizag is a happening city, so also the new state of Andhra Pradesh is a happening state. That is a different issue, right? So you also, I wish you all, the young boys and girls, good luck in your life. And thank you so much for having me for this particular event. Thank you, Dr. Bhushan Sudhakar and Dr. Sridharan and all the other faculty colleagues. I wish you all the best. I wish this particular event a great success. Have a wonderful time today and tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are privileged to introduce Mr. R. Keshavan, Chief General Manager of RBI, Chennai. He is second in the command in the RBI Chennai office, having jurisdiction over Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry.
Prior to becoming CGM, he was a general manager of the Department of Banking Supervision, Central Office, Mumbai, and looked after and responsibilities over the biggest bank in India, that is the State Bank of India. Prior to that, he had worked in various capacities in RBI in different offices as executive advisor to the governor at Delhi office and as a distinguished faculty member at Delhi. A few officers in RBI becoming CGM and widely considered to be a bright officer with tremendous leadership and professional skills. He is qualified among his colleagues as a humble and friendly officer of a bureaucratic organization like RBI. I consider it a great honor to welcome Mr. R. Keshavan to address the gathering.
Before his address, on behalf of the department, I welcome Mr. Sudarshan Sahu, Deputy General Manager, RBI, and as a faculty member of RBI Staff College. I welcome you, sir.
Hello, good morning. Respected, distinguished, experienced, highly illuminated members on the dais, lecturers and professors of this august university, my colleague from RBI, Mr. Sahu, my very dear former colleague, Professor Amresh Samantraya, who left us for greener pastures in Pondicherry, and he's doing a far better job than we are doing anyway. So I'm sure I'm very envious of his responsibilities here and his work atmosphere here. At many moments in our life, we feel that perhaps it would always be better to come back to academics and enjoy life with you, life full of academics, life which has dealings and interactions with very young and vibrant minds like you. So I take this as an honor. I have always visited universities earlier as a student or while collecting my degrees. I've never come to a university on an occasion like this, so it's an equally big honor for me. And I'm very, very happy to see some very, very young faces here. And the theme of your conference is also so apt. I'm told that it happens every year with the same name, Globiz. Today we are sufficiently global. Exactly 1 year ago we did something in the country which celebrates its anniversary today. It was supposed to have impact on businesses, trades, etc. Today we are also at a juncture where a couple of days back we could read in the media reports and newspapers that India's stature as a participant for the world to treat as, to treat as being very easy to do business with has improved. So perhaps we are at a pedestal at a point in time where people are looking at us for interesting things to happen. You have speakers who are talking, who are from IR, who are from the Indian Revenue Services, or who will also be perhaps touching upon another key aspect, the GST. I can see Mr. Murugaram's name, IR is GST Pondicherry, so you have invited just the apt persons. I am one of those very few lucky ones who have been able to come and interact with you. I am very, very sorry that I may not be able to sit through your entire program and then perhaps listen to most people speaking about this. But all I would say is you are at a juncture where you have interesting possibilities in life, interesting career opportunities in life. I understand that you do a lot of foreign trade related studies here. You do business activities dealing with international business and finance. You have just the right person from our staff college, Mr. Sahu, who would be, I don't think he's talking about that in particular, but I'm sure while he touches on various things during his panel discussion, he'll show you some insights on what RBI and banks particularly do in the area of foreign exchange, foreign trade, business, and how we ease the business, how at points in time we have to get a little tougher also. People both criticize and pan RBI for very right and wrong reasons, but then you also will have to understand that you step into the world of business, world of employment tomorrow. Perhaps you will also be faced with similar prospects of having to face both criticism and backs. So be prepared for an onset and an insight into life. You have to deal with the vagaries it presents. You have to be opportunities and perhaps campus. I think this is an interesting phase for you as well. While you will be free to choose your opted or rather more preferred profession that you may want to take in life, I would also appeal to you, at least some of you, at least 50% of you should also join the banking industry. Not necessarily RBI, but the commercial banking sector also, because it will find a lot of place and need. If you have been majoring or rather doing postgraduate studies in the field of international finance and business, as a commercial banker, you will have far more opportunities frontiers there, perhaps applying your skills to professional requirements in banks and financial institutions. There's no dearth of opportunity. You have companies come, you have non-companies come out in a big way offering employment opportunities in various fields because they need professionals like you. Times have gone where we just start off some kind of competitive examination being appeared in, and then perhaps an interface session with the employment. Now people are looking for something extra, possibly you all will be able to offer. We didn't have that kind of opportunity when we all joined our respective organizations, possibly because we were not exposed what would be the potential employment opportunities around us and whether we can generate employment opportunities for ourselves. Globis, I am sure, would also focus on some of your entrepreneurial abilities. There may be many who may not want to join an organization as an employee. You may want to create a conducive environment where you can offer employment. So perhaps keeping that in mind, I am sure this forum and all your future interactions with all our esteemed guests here are my colleague from RBI and your esteemed guests and professors here would be focused on how best and how easy opportunities and perhaps do a little more and little better for the world. At this juncture, I end my appeal to you. I am using this opportunity to also do a financial literacy event for RBI and part of Pondicherry. My appeal to you as very educated, young, impressionable minds who do not have to use conventional sources of finance and doing financial operations is to ensure that at your own level try to do something for extending this financial literacy and outreach. I don't say that you adopt a village or educate an entire village. That may not be possible for you as an individual. But even smaller things that you could do by telling the maid who comes to your house what a banking facility would mean, how to open a basic savings bank account, what are the loan opportunities available to her or him, and whether it is advisable to take a loan from a bank or a company which charges usurious interest. If you do such small things, even 1 or 2 things per week, perhaps you would have extended our ambit and our objective of extending financial literacy and financial inclusion to thousands in India. And Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, I find, are very unique in that respect because people still maintain their connections with their roots, which means you go to your villages often. I have been, even though I am a Tamilian, I was born and brought up in Delhi. I never had an opportunity of even visiting Chennai. This is the first time I have stayed in Chennai for 6 to 8 months together. This is my first opportunity of serving Chennai, but I do find that people have very strong roots and cultural associations with their roots. When you go there on a vacation or when you meet your own people or relatives in a function or in a marriage or any such get-together, please spread this message to whoever it is possible, in whatever manner it is possible. Thank you. I wish this endeavor a huge success, and thanks for inviting me. It's a huge honor. I am for asking me to represent RBI along with my colleague, Mr. Sahu. Thank you.
I thank Mr. R. Keshavan and request him to release the new revised syllabus book of the Department of International Business. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I request Shri G. Sambasiva Rao to release the placement brochure of our department.
In this connection, let me make a request to Sambasiva Rao. Mr. Sambasiva Rao, right, we will be happy if you could give at least half a dozen to dozen internships to our students, first year students. There are students from Orissa, West Bengal, Northeast, from Andhra Pradesh, and others interested in visiting Vizag and enjoy the beauty of Vizag. And it is a 6 weeks project, 6 weeks, and as many as internships with some reasonable minimum stipend, very minimum stipend. And if accommodation facilities also are arranged, still we are grateful. We are still grateful, right? And as much as possible for you, this being a national university, right, and the students also will be happy, and you will be providing a very good opportunity for them, and you can also help them in the final placement also through your contacts in and around Vizag. Vizag is one of the fast growing industrial hub of Andhra Pradesh now, and tremendous opportunities. You being what you are in Vizag can do a lot for the department. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Mr. Emmanuel Sampson to release iBliss, souvenir of our department. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Emmanuel Sampson, Cultural Secretary, Language and Culture, Embassy of France, Chennai. He is a graduate in history at the University of Angers and from the National Institute of Oriental Languages and Civilizations of Paris. In the past 15 years, he is working for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the French Republic in the field of international cooperation in education. He has successfully occupied the functions of academic and cultural officer at Alliance Française of Moldova, lecturer and linguistic expert at the University of Tripoli, project coordinator for French language learning at the Ministry of Education in Romania. Since December 2015, he is based in Chennai for the Embassy of France as attached for cooperation in French language for the southern Indian states. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to listen to the words of a great knowledgeable speaker. I would like to invite him to address the gathering.
Bonjour. Good morning, everyone. Vanakkam. Dear Dean, dear Head of Departments, dear members of the DICE, dear students, I'm very happy to be here and on behalf of the French Embassy and the Consulate General of France in Pondicherry. Unfortunately, Mrs. Catherine Suau, our new Consul General in Pondicherry, was not available today to be with us, so I'm very happy to represent her. My presence here is also linked to another business event because yesterday we have launched in Pondicherry, in the consulate, the first club of French-speaking companies in Pondicherry. So my presence here is at this Globies event in the School of Management it's very interesting also. So because for us, Pondicherry, of course, is a very important place, and the University of Pondicherry is also a very important place. And I would like, maybe because I'm working for the education field, to make a little bit of publicity for French language and French education as part of development for Pondicherry citizens, and only because I know that you are coming from different states of India, for the development of the business between India and France. So I will make some words about the importance of foreign languages in general, and French language in particular. Mrs. Nalini Tampi, Dr. Nalini Tampi could have speak instead of me about this subject, but maybe better. So we are everybody convinced about it, because things have changed in the last 20 years. Maybe pre-90s, to learn a foreign language, I'm not speaking about English, of course, to learn French or German or Japanese or Chinese, it was just maybe for fun or to make a fashion statement. Now you know that your country has changed a lot. We are living in a globalized world. You are starting, you students, to think globally. And to learn a foreign language is not only to make a fashion statement, not only for fun, but it can be also to make a business proposal. So it's beginning more and more important today to know more than one foreign language. You speak very good English, probably better than mine. You speak other Indian languages, and to have a second foreign languages as French or German or Japanese, I vote for French, of course, could be a very strong asset, because has begun to be quite common to speak English, to have the English language in your CV. So if you have a second language, it's more valuable. And of course, we have also a strong presence, economic presence, not only in Pondicherry. I spoke about this foundation, the foundation of this club, which have already 40 members for the first launch. We have 80. I have learned yesterday that there is 80 French small and medium enterprises in Pondicherry, which is very important. But we have also 400 French companies settled in India. And from these 400 companies, there are 120 in Tamil Nadu. So you know the big ones, I mean, Renault, the car making companies, and all the companies working for the industry, the car industry, like Saint-Gobain, like Michelin for the tires, and so on. You know that Peugeot, you heard about Peugeot maybe, another big car company, they are settling down in Chennai. You know that they have bought your famous car brand, the Ambassador. So we are all quite excited to know that which kind of car they will release for India. So there is a strong demand for French-speaking employees. You must know that some companies like Capgemini, you heard about Capgemini, which actually are employing more. They have more employees in India than in France. So in India they have 80 lakhs employees. So they keep on demanding French-speaking employees, and not only for the small tasks, because you must know that one of the biggest employers of French-speaking jobs is not a French company; it's Amazon, because they are recruiting they have a lot of needs about translation, some little process to be made in French language. But now we have some big companies like Accenture, which are not French. They are based in Accenture is based in Ireland. They want to install some full process in the banking for the banking companies, full process made in French language. Not only some small tasks who require a small level of French. They are intending to do some wiser process in Chennai, in Pondicherry, because there is also this tradition of French language in Pondicherry. French language can give you also an access for study abroad, to study in France. We have top-notch colleges of management, of business schools in France. France is a very welcoming country for Indian students now. Paris, for example, have been voted 3 years in a row as the first international city for students. This year, Paris have lost its first place. The first place is now Montreal, you know Montreal in Quebec. So it is a French-speaking town, city only, also, like Paris. So, from our part, I mean, from the French government, we have some strong ambitions for Indian students. We want to attract. Today we have 5,000 students, Indian students in France, which is not a lot. It's quite better than the 5 last years, but we want to reach a number of 10,000 students within 2 years. And for that we have, outside of our good quality colleges and universities, where you can not only learn in French, but also in English. We have most of our business schools have English taught programs, so you don't need to have a high level of French language to go and learn in French. This is a cliché it is not true to say that if you want to study in France, you have to learn French. Of course, if you can, if you want to interact and to have better chance to succeed, it's better to learn French, to have a medium level of French before to go. But it's not mandatory. So we have a lot of, during the last 10 years, our universities have made a lot of efforts to those English taught programs, and there are many of them in the business schools. So you're most than welcome. And we have, for the visa, we have a policy for Indian students which are very attractive. I mean, if you are studying in French, you can have a 2 years stay back visa, so you can stay after your graduation. You can stay up to 2 years in France to find a job, or to just to discover France, or maybe to set up your job, your business in France. And if you go back in India, you after your graduation, if you have graduated from a French university, you will have a 5-year circulation visa. It means that you are welcome in France during 5 years. I mean, every 5 years you can change your visa. You are welcome during 5 years for short-term visits. You can come with your, and it's valuable. You can come with your family, your spouse, your kids to visit, or to visit your French friends, or once again, if you want to set up a business in France. So we have a lot of opportunities. There is a lot of opportunities in India and in France for you. And So the French language is not only a key for knowledge, it's also a key not only a key for culture, but also a key for business also. And as a conclusion, I would say that maybe now actually, I mean, in different embassies, in different chancelleries, as we said in French language, we are talking about the Indian moment. So the Indian moment for culture, the Indian moment for business. So we are living a very important moment. Before to come in India, when they told me that, when they proposed me to come to be posted in Chennai, I've been to a library to buy every kind of book I can find about India, and I have read this book from Pavan Varma. The title in English is "The Truth About Why the 21st Century will be India's." Maybe you have heard about this book, which has been quite controversial, but I am convinced that that we are living a very important moment in India, in different states of India, and Chennai and Pondicherry could certainly be a bridge between France and India for culture and also for business. Thank you, and I wish you a very good seminar, a very good event, and thank you for your invitation.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. We have French as a subject, and you are a great inspiration, and we will look forward to learn different languages as well like you. Thank you, sir. The next distinguished guest to honor us with his presence is Sri G. Sambasiva Rao, founder and MD of Shravan Shipping Services Private Limited, President, Andhra Pradesh Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Vizag. He pursued his postgraduate degree in commerce in Andhra University and has also done his post-graduation in marketing and sales management, diploma in export and import management. He has an experience of about 13 years in shipping industry. He established the first generation company in the year 1998, named as Shravan Shipping Services Private Limited. He is an active member among the Visakhapatnam industrialists. He was formerly associated with Toko Engineering Company, Binney Limited and Gordon Woodruff Limited. He has been rewarded with many awards such as Global Indian Achievers Award and Gold Medal from Indian Institute of Economic Studies, New Delhi, National Award for CSR Practices in CII, Supply Chain and Logistics Excellence Awards, Entrepreneur of the Year, Supply Chain and Logistics Services from Entrepreneur Magazine, and many more. I would like to invite him to deliver the keynote address.
Respected Dr. G. Anjaneya Swami Garu, as you rightly say, I am also so honored by sitting by side of him because he is my master. Respected Shri Samson, respected Bhushan Sudhakar Garu, respected Deepika, Sridharan, all the professors and students, good morning to all of you. I am very happy to stand in front of you because my beginning is a very, very humble beginning. Up to degree I studied in Telugu medium. When I am studying matriculation, in our village there is no power, where you can see with the only kerosene bulb, this one, lanterns, we start reading. There is no road connectivity also to our village. So like that we started our career as a son of a farmer. Then afterwards, I studied my intermediate in CR College, Chilgurupeta. Then graduation, post-graduation, I studied in VRS and Vayaran College, affiliated to Andhra University. When I am in college, I am the battalion under officer in NCC. I got my C certificate. My shooting is half-inch is my grouping. And I want to shoot, 25 bullets, I can shoot it in a half-inch sector. Because as a leader, NCC gave me a lot Many people in my class, I'm the only guy in the final year. Everybody say, this one circular came, my master by simply seeing me, give the signal. He did not even read the thing what is there. I used to go out. Many of my colleagues used to say, what you learn from NCC? Why you are carrying so much heavy boots and what are the uniform you are wearing? End of the day, I can say NCC has given a good lesson how to face the music in the life. That's what I am telling my sir. When I'm in NCC camps, when we go there, the way they serve the food, you can't get that type of food. But their concept is they want to see how tough times you can come across about the food. Many people say this food is not good in the house, they can simply throw the plate out. When you have the food in the camps, last moment when we are going for the food, especially they serve buttermilk and the rice, you can see on the top, all the dead, this will be there on top of it. We used to clean them, take them separately. Bottom, you can see the stones. In between the rice is there. Our choice is to select the rice and pick up. If once we can have such type of food, whatever food we are getting in the life is very good food. Because what I want to ask you, to tell you all of you, be prepared, anything, any consequences. See, you have only for the sake of living in this world you have to eat. For the sake of eating, don't be in this society. That's what I want to ask you. Then after this one, when you were studying in the college itself, I used to go for tuitions. Then I used to cook my food. Then this is one side NCC. All these things in the college life itself, we used to have 16 to 18 hours, minimum 16 hours like that. We used to do hard work. Especially in the time of education, minimum 16 hours is our time we used to study. We will have a competition, see that whether that fellow in the other room will stop the light or my light has to stop first. We see that let the light stop first, then only we'll stop our light. That is the competitive spirit in the life one has to come up. See, then afterwards, what we don't know, whatever now today the children, I can say, the way they are coming up in the life, I feel pity of them. They don't know how to enjoy the life. We enjoy the life. In the college, we used to play. We have good, this one, even the college, I am the sports person and this one, by the way, whether I get the prize or not is not the criteria. Whether I participate in the evening event is the criteria. In the NCC, in the sports, all these things, yes, definitely. This is what many people today, in the way they are going for the LKG and UKG, there is no life. We enjoy this one studies, what we want to play, what we have to sing, what we have done, we enjoyed our life thoroughly in each and every angle. Up to coming the degree second year, we don't know what is the importance of studies. The moment we came degree second year, we know where we are. We are only 50% marks. Degree is crossing. End of the day, we don't know what to do in the life. Then we thought, why not we come up? Then because my parents never, they are illiterates basically. They only used to ask the moment whether I passed the matriculation or not. I said, okay, I passed. They are not bothered which class and all these things. Okay, my son has passed. Then gone for a degree. Okay, pass. Degree, PG, pass. They don't know anything, simply. So like that, say in the second year we know how to come up in the life, how to take the life of the education, the challenge. Many people, our colleagues used to say, no, why you are studying honestly, come on, let us go and enjoy. But on second year onwards we understand where to enjoy, how to enjoy. We have to enjoy the life, at the same time we have to study also. Then, in the moment we joined in the Chirala itself as a post-graduation center, I studied affiliate Andhra University. I got seat on base of NCC reservation. So then I started, okay, fine, in the degree also. We have a competition in the class. Who will take the first additional sheet in the class? Then, because myself and another lady is there, we two are in the race always. Whether she will take the first sheet, I will take the first sheet. That is the spirit. That is the friendship. That is the spirit we need to come across. Even in 3 hours time, you guess, we used to write about 125 pages. 125 pages we used to write in 3 hours time. To write 125 pages, it's not that easy. You have to follow so many books. You have to quote so many things. It's not what useless material. Every material, every word makes a difference. See, for that we have to do hard work. When I say we know the value of the studies in second year onwards, there we start how to get the marks. One day in my class, one gentleman asked in the post-graduation, one of my professor, Sir, whatever the 5 questions I just asked very well, why you are given out of this 100 only 55 marks? He said, how many pages you have written? Sir, I have written is about 30 pages. 30 pages in post-graduation if you are writing. What is that you are submitting that? He said, how many books you are following? How many others you are quoting? All these things matters. If one book you are reading, no, you will not come up. Because the master, when he is going for the evaluation also, he will see what you are bringing something special when compared to other people. When it compared to something special in the college life onwards, we used to come like that. After this one, we used to competition. But at the end of the day, I got only my 57% marks. My ambition is to become a professor because I couldn't have the marks. I couldn't become a professor. I said, fine. I took the life in a different direction. Then I started my career. As our friends rightly say, I've been to Visakhapatnam. Then I started my career in a Togo engineering company where the tower lines construction work is going on. There again is a challenge. I used to work in that company as a line in charge. On the day itself, I used to get 15,000 rupees salary. Whatever I say is the bill, certified is the bill. My concept, the moment I go in the company, whatever the work progress, I made even 5 folds more. Because my concept, we want to work in a different direction when compared to other people. So when you are working in the company, we have some policy matters with the difference of opinion of the management. Even at the time in the company also, we used to go for movies, we will enjoy, we show the result to the management. What is the progress we are achieving because of our hard work and planning. When we are doing the planning, we are not doing the only one work. We are multitask masters. We are always do multitasking. People say how we can do it. We have to do it. The moment when you do multitasking only, you can come up in the life. Because when compared to your colleagues, you must do multitasking. In the multitasking also, you must do professionalism. You must do the perfection. So by all these things, when you are this one company, because with the management I have difference of opinion, I left my 15,000 rupees job as a number 1 position. I joined government of a shipping company with 350 rupees job. 350 rupees as a record assistant. That is the lowest post in the organization. One day we are, after 3 months, 4 months, when we are having sitting each other, somebody is fighting. Someone has to go to the ship. How to board the ship night time? Ship is coming. I said, what is the problem? No, if you go to the oil is coming. The snakes will come. Because I am son of the farmer. I came from the village. For me, going night time, the kerosene lines and all these things. That's life. Feel bad to say, we are done in the village, what we have to do. Even after doing my vocation, not to take my work to this. I never feel shy of it. After all, this is my job I am doing. I am supporting my parents. I am supporting my family. Any job doing, carrying his grace, become a porter. You are respecting to your teacher. It's all people doing what you have to change the mindset. That's what I want of you. Change the mindset first. Somebody coming to the house, you are offering tea and coffee. In the same time, your department, somebody coming, you just offer the same mindset. No, you never become always a bearer or something like that. After all, that is the way you are giving your mindset, your thing will, when compared to your teacher, all of you in front of them, you are a good student. You are a bright student. So like that, I started my career 3.5 years in this one. When everybody is fighting, then I told them I will go to the ship. That is the way I started entering the shipping industry. When I started entering the shipping industry, that time onwards, they have given all the briefcase to me. You go on board and see it. And then I am handling the Indian tankers and all these problems. After some time, I had to handle the foreign tankers. Then the problem is English. I studied in the postgraduate. This one up to only postgraduate English is there, but practically Telugu only we used to speak. Up to metric, up to degree, it is pure Telugu medium. The way my colleagues are speaking, other captain, but whereas I am not able to speak. Then I thought, what for I have done my post-graduation without the knowledge? I start weeping. Then one of my colleagues, what happened? I said, what is, I don't know what that the captain is talking, the Greek captain, you people are understanding, talking in a different direction. My colleague is communicating to him, but whereas I am not in a position to communicating. My colleague who is communicating is the only intermediate wala. He is not even degree wala. That's all the practice makes the man perfect. Like that, that is the way he come up across the line. So when he is coming up in a right direction, slowly we also know how to know the accent of the English. What is the importance of the English? How to make perfection in the English, all these things we started learning. So like that in the shipping industry, I started then because of my hard work. Because in the shipping, someone has to join in the logistics and shipping business, even the international business. Mind 24/7, 365 days, one has to work hard. Those who are mentally prepared to work 24/7, 365 days, those people only request to come into the international business. Because you can get a call any point of time. Anybody, even midnight you can get a call, you have to answer the call. Because for you it may be midnight, for other man it is office hours, he is working there. All over the world, because we are connected. That is, industry, we are lucky enough to meet different countries, people, the culture, their habits, everything we came across and we came to know. Then afterwards, in 3.5 years, I got opportunity Binny Limited. You may be knowing many people, Binny Textiles, the same group, Binny Shipping. Actually, Binny is a company, British company. They came to India in 1849. 1849, Binny came to India with shipping. Then they diverse to textiles and other engineering divisions and all these things. So many people will come across. Then afterwards, I got an opportunity as number 1 in the company. Then at that time, I am only number 1. No number 2, no number 3. My boss, Mr. Joseph, told me very clearly, Rao, if you are willing to come to Chennai, kindly join the company. Otherwise, you can make your alternate arrangements. I told my boss, sir, give me 6 months time, I will get some business for the company. He said, not 6 months, I'll give 1 year time. You do whatever you want. I'll give the free hand to you. Luckily, within 3 months, we could be able to get some contracts in the shipping. Then, that company, I worked for 12.5 years. Then, with that 12.5 year experience, we have 52 people level working in the company. Then, after 12.5 years, due to difference of and management, I came out and started my company. When I came out, everybody is saying, you are working in a good company, why you are leaving the company? I said, fine, for me, nothing. When I was working in Binny, I got an opportunity in one government company named Godavari Fertilizers. He said, sir, kindly join the government company we are giving. Then I asked him, what is the designation you are going to give? He said, no, I'll give the assistant manager. No, I am not interested. I said, what you want? I said, I want manager ring. Less than manager, I am not interested to join the company. That's why I have taken my decision very firmly. He said, many people come for the government job, you are the only man who looks like a fool. I said, sir, you may think I am a fool, I am not interested to join the company. Because I am a forward man, tomorrow so many problems are there in the government company. Then he said, okay, fine, you are recommended by Lloyd's surveyor, Mr. Nawaz. That's the reason we are coming and asking you. Without anything, directly your appointment will be ready. I said, sorry. Then afterwards, like that, we refused the government. No, say, not a partner. Any business, that's why I want to tell all of you, make everything black and white. My friend, partner, what to do? Then some known friends were referred. They said, sir, boss, your name is not there. How can you claim as a partner? One day I have taken the decision. I called my friends. Boss, let us part of the friends. You do your business, I'll do my business. That time onwards, I started my company. At that time, whatever I have, about 4 to 5 lakh rupees hard-earned money, I started my company with the same capital. As a policy matter, I have not taken 1 rupee dowry from my in-laws. From my parents also, I have not taken 1 rupee. Because when I want to sell the property in my native place, they told me only one thing. If you people have earned the money, you have earned the property, you sell it. You have no right to sell our properties. They are right from their angle. Because this is not our earned property, this is their hard-earned property. Their grandfathers have given to them. They are holding it. I said, fine, they are right from their angle. One day I am thinking in a different direction. My uncle came and told me, their intention is different. They think if at all you have been cheated by somebody in the city, this is the backup. You are there, you can come to the village and you can do your life. I said, if you think positive, that is a positive angle. So I think, okay, whatever my uncle told me, I said it is right. Then I started my career. Then whatever hard-earned money, we go to the banks. No bank, what do you do? Every bank you say, are you having 3 years balance sheet? As a new entrepreneur, where you are going to get the balance sheets? Then luckily APSFC, Andhra Pradesh State Finance Corporation, they have supported me and give the balance this way. That's what even today I will tell them, APSFC is a good banking facility. So like that I started my career in shipping industry. When I started my career in shipping industry, I have done a thorough R&D because we have to see where the gap is there in the business. Don't take business when 10 people are doing the same angle. You always do something special what everybody is not doing. Then only you can be successful. So in that case, what we had done, I have studied, there is an opportunity in the warehousing sector. Then at the time what happened when I am working in Binny, We used to go for central warehousing operation. After 5, he never allow any vehicle inside. If at all he has to allow between 5 to 6, I have to give one biryani packet, I have to give one quarter bottle, I have to give some money. Unfortunately, ours is the corrupt country. Needy corruption, greedy corruption, two types of corruptions are there in the system. Needy corruption people are agreeing, greedy corruption people are not agreeing. We know the problems we are facing when you are working in the other companies. I said, fine, why not we start our facility? Because the first warehousing I started with taking the land, 1 acre land from APIFC, 7,200 septic. When everybody is loading first and second shift only, I started loading third shift also in this one. So all the vehicles in the city who are not doing the loading after 7 o'clock, they used to come to my warehouse. Not only that, the exporter importer getting the benefit 50 to 100 rupees per ton is less. Because my loading start any time and within 1 hour we'll allow the vehicle to go out. Because most of the cargo used to go to Raipur and Chhattisgarh the side. So the vehicle which leave Vizag, even maybe Visakhapatnam, maybe around midnight, 12 o'clock, early morning to go to Salur is the hub of the transport point. So one day he is saving. One day I asked him, why you are reducing the price? What is the secret in that? He said, sir, because of you giving the third shift loading, I am able to save 1 day. In my entire system like that, if I can save 3 days, I can make one more extra trip. I can make more money. That is the reason I am giving 50 rupees less per ton when compared to the other body in the market. I said, fine. Because when everybody is doing only first and second shift, we started doing in the third shift operations also. When people say on the holidays, no loading, we will say yes, loading is there in our warehouse. Because when the airports are working, railway systems are working, when everything is working, why not we work? It's all the mindset of the people. So that's what I want to tell all of you. When the shipping industry is 24/7, when the international business is happening, you can't say in the godown I can't operate. You have to operate the warehouse. You have to feed the cargo to the ship. All these things must happen. When you mentally prepare all the staff working 24/7, 365 days, even if necessary, even the hot sun. Many people come to my company, sir, I want to join the company. I give only one test to them. Okay, fine, I'll give employment. Go to the ship. When the ship is working 24/7, we'll give the duty for him. 24 hours, 48 hours. He has to be there in the wharf only, in the hot sun. If somebody can able to withstand the pressure of hot sun and all these things, what I say, 90% of the people, they come to the office, without informing us, they leave the office. Because they don't want to work. Many people think the shipping industry is only in the AC room working or something like that. No, it's not like that. You have to be in the field, real field. Unless you know the realities in the ground, you can't sit in the office and manage the show. You must know the problem, you must know the solution also. That's what the life in the shipping industry, that's what we come across, because advantage for us being there from a village background, any hot sun we have no problem, because our precaution is and we have the same district, fortunately, because even summer it's too hot summer. So like that we come across our life and we started this one warehousing. By started our warehousing in Visakhapatnam, we have about 7,200 is the first warehousing. Now we have 13 lakh square feet is the warehousing. By this we are number 1 in warehousing sector in Visakhapatnam. When people are there at that time, when people will ask, see, whatever amount we are getting in the system, our concept is very clear. But I rightly say, we want to do something special what everybody is not doing at all. Then we thought, any people are there in the shipping industry, logistics sector, somebody doing the shipping agency, somebody doing the chartering, somebody doing the customs clearance, somebody do the warehouse, somebody do transportation, somebody do the freight forwarding. Then we thought, why not we do end-to-end logistics? Because the exporter or importer, he don't want to contact 10 people for 10 different jobs. He want to contact only one man. By doing all the jobs, we get more money even compared to other people. Because he don't want to take any headache. Any problem in the entire shipping industry will call only one man, is Shravan Shipping. That's what I will tell all my friends. My first wife is my phone. My second wife only my real wife. Because I had to give top priority for the phone. Because somebody calling at 1 o'clock midnight, he will not call you just to say hi to you. He will call you, there is a purpose for it. You answer the phone call. Communication is more important. Because you answer the phone call, you can save the things. So much headache you can save. Night 1 o'clock, something happened at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, somebody may die in the spot. Why? Because some accident will take place, this fellow is sleeping, some vehicle will come on top of him, he will die. If you cannot remove the dead body in the spot, tomorrow all the politicians, all the trade union fellow will come and sit, sir, you pay me 50 lakhs, you pay 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore, like that, everybody will try to blackmail you. The main advantage, the moment you pick up the call, within 5-10 minutes, this fellow can be shifted to the government hospital. You shift the government hospital, all the tension will be out from the system. You have to take the call immediately. Anyway, any accident, if you have to clear the spot, if you clear the spot, situation will be different. Traffic will go. If you are not clearing the spot, the things will be in a different direction. So the business entrepreneurs, afterwards what we have done, I'm the first man who put the container freight station AP in private sector in 2004. Everybody is saying, he's a small guy, what are you thinking about container freight station? All big companies like Concor and Central Warehousing Corporation, big corporates will put. Yes, fine. Big corporates only will put the CFS facilities. I took a challenge. Why not we? Because according to me, nothing is impossible. Nobody is master by birth. These are the two principles I believe in my entire career. Somebody say it is not possible, I'll say why it is not possible. I'll simply work for it. So like that, in 2004, I am the first man to put the container freight station. Everybody thinking, oh, this fellow is out from the system. Everybody is happy. From 2010 onwards, I started making profit from the same system. Then everybody think he is a wise guy. No, I never became a useless fellow, and I became a wise guy all of a sudden. Because we know what is future. That's what I am telling you. Don't do what everybody is doing today. What is future you must do? You must enter as a leader. When 2004, when we entered, and recently we put our second container freight station.
இது ஆஃப்ல தான் இருக்கும். பப்னா ஒன்று தெரியுமா ப்ராட்காஸ்ட்